Mrs. Smith, welcome. Would you prefer if I call you Mrs. Smith or Betty? Perfect. Absolutely no problem, Mrs. Smith. Please come inside. Now, you mentioned on the phone that we did your sister's service and that you would like to make arrangements based on her service. Your sister is Jane Johnson, correct? Thank you. I'm going to step out so I can grab her file and all the papers for the arrangement conference. Can I get you anything while I'm out? We have water, coffee, tea, and herbal tea? Absolutely. I will be right back in about 5 minutes if you want to make yourself comfortable. Okay, Mrs. Smith, here is your tea, and I pulled Mrs. Johnson's file so we can go over it together. First, I want to address up front that our prices have changed since we did Mrs. Johnson's service 5 years ago. So the pricing won't look identical. Is that okay? Okay, good. I just wanted to make you aware before we begin. Now, did anything about the service stand out to you in particular that you would like for Mr. Smith? Yes, we most certainly can call the same priest to see if he can speak. That was Father Pat, yes? Okay. I will give St. Anthony's a call and request Father Pat. Would you like to do the service at St. Anthony's as well? Okay. Thank you, Mrs. Smith. So, we will plan for the service to take place at St. Anthony's and to be officiated by Father Pat. Mrs. John- Mrs. Johnson's service was an open casket. I checked on Mr. Smith before you arrived today, and if you would like to do an open casket service, that is something we would be able to do. Yes? Okay, beautiful. Now, I would like to talk a little bit about merchandise. Mrs. Johnson had a metal casket. Would you like to do something similar for Mr. Smith, or would you prefer wood? Oh, I completely understand. If Mr. Smith was an outdoorsy man, a wood casket would be beautifully fitting for his service. Here are a few of the options that we have, and I think that these three have a warm, natural feel that would be fitting for someone who loved the outdoors. This one here, that's a beautiful choice, and I find that the grain pattern is even more stunning in person. Now, I see that we did uh, our red rose cross bouquets for Mrs. Johnson's service. We can do the same bouquet with different colored roses for Mr. Smith if you would like. I do think that the red and white roses look very lovely together. We have done this combination many times before. The red and white rose bouquet. Okay, and would you like to do two of those for either side of the casket? Yes, ma'am. That is what we have for Mrs. Johnson's service. Perfect. I will add that to the note. The service will be beautiful.